All right, I'll give you another example. I've been trying to find a way to put this into my videos. But like I said, now I knew. Remember, I kept saying in some of my videos, it'll come to me. It's gonna be come to me, and it did. All right, so I'm looking at one of them videos about the paternity test. All of them shows. All right, and some of the shows, the woman, or sometimes the woman, it might be two siblings, because these are grown kids who want to know. You know, and one of them or both of them just have such animosity against the whoever's the so-called father. Or one episode, they had a dude who so-called was there, but as you watch and all the questions come out, the guy who wasn't there but who was looking, they didn't. They just nasty, especially the female. All of them black. And all through the comments, you scroll down, it's mostly women. Oh, that girl was just horrible. How could you? And it's your mother's fault. And it was. It literally was the mother's fault. She just didn't tell him. Then when he found out, he couldn't. And they all this dirt, nasty shit they saying to the man. And just as usual, they never make standalone comments. But most of the comments, there would just be one comment that said some crazy off the wall shit. Like she has a reason to. You can say, well, maybe that's not. No, that's not natural for anybody to say that. You saw the way that girl behaved towards that man. And then on top of it, the man, because they were like, well, we had to go to foster care. But the guy that's sitting with y'all, where was he then? But you're on his side. And it turns out the guy that was sitting with him was the real father. Turned out the guy they put through all that hell and put himself through, rightfully so. I mean, I can't follow from that. I'm not going to say, oh, well, you should have said fuck him. You ain't know. First of all, she didn't tell you. And then when she did find out, she hid him from you, or whatever. No, you can't say that. Any of us, a lot of us, you would do that. You would worry about it. You don't know all these years. And even all these years, he still, yeah, she treated him so, like, who is he? He just came out the blue. I know he ain't my daddy. That's just nasty. Like, what the, everybody like, because you seen the episode with other ones, they're on there. But yeah, because they just want the truth. Maybe they also want a free test because it's only $250 at the drugstore. $23 and $250 for the results. You can buy your own DNA test. But they come on the show. Can't fault them for that. Hell, we like watching it. But so anyway, she just treated this he just really wants some kind of, like, she just, who the fuck are you out? Most people don't even care about celebrities like that. So why would you, a regular person, this guy just want to be in your life? Then and again, you got in the comments, and it's not just that. I'm just using this as an example of the nonsense of how they're trying to destroy right from wrong. As the evidence shows, the guy wasn't at fault. Then he wasn't even the father. Everybody's like, she was horrible to him, period. You should be mad at your mama. And the women were saying that, well, she has a reason to. See how they're trying to take away right from wrong. And everybody's, no, she had, but you can see throughout the comment sections, a lot of people ain't falling for it no more. That's why I said it's not a black people thing. Most on this show, it's mostly black people, whatever. And even in the comment section. And and you see one comment. And well, not even a comment. It's always just reply. They do it everywhere. It could be, because I got another example, and this has nothing to do with paternity. As a matter of fact, as I said, that fucking hawk is flying over, and that ought to give you a clue what I'm gonna go into, what type of videos it is. So anyway, let me wrap this one up. Hey, everybody's tonight, they're not accepting that shit anywhere in any community. No, she has no right to behave like that. That is horrible. She's disgusting, horrible. I don't care about her practices, washing hands, sexual practice. I ain't talking about that. Her behavior, disgusting. At least wait and find out what happened. First of all, the way, yeah, it could have been a trick, but who? How many people have we? It would be in national news. How many stories of a grown child, man or woman, someone coming online, Facebook, and it's not who they said it was, but not because he knew, the DNA shows it wasn't, the mother knows him, the family knows him because, they were young and everybody remember Charles, and he just disappeared when they was 22. She had y'all two babies and he just left, whatever. Or either she didn't have no babies. She was pregnant. Charles ain't know me. He did be. I remember Charles. They was together every day. Now they in their 40s. Almost 50s, and they grown. They in their damn near 30s, acting like that. That's disgusting. You don't know what happened. It's not a put down on women. Like I said, it's mostly the women, dog. And this girl, like, that is, why are you doing that to that? And they're trying to, in the section there where they're trying to slowly will her away, because they think they're using the same tactic, or that if you wither away at something, even a drop of water against a rock, a great mountain, it's going to wear it out. But for some reason, you can't wear out this mountain. You can't wear out this mountain of right and wrong. This mountain, magically replenishes itself. And so that little drops is literally, this mountain made out of steel. It's just exactly, that's what it is. And rust proof, not even steel. Something, aluminum. Aluminum doesn't rust. Well, something's titanium, exactly. Aluminum is soft. Titanium. This is, made out of fucking whatever. Or we go fictional, whatever, vibranium, Iron Man shit. This is Captain America shield. It's not gonna wear it out. It's just literally you trying, busting your head up against a brick wall. So and they're like, no, she doesn't have a role. She has a reason to. No, she don't have a reason to be bitter like that. Not at him. If you are gonna be bitter, most of us were saying we wouldn't be bitter at neither one of them. You would let it go. And try to know the other dude, get the test. If it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. You wouldn't be bitter, period. A lot of people, the women too, wouldn't. Well, he came a little too late. Not even a little too late. Better late than never, I would think. You wouldn't even let that nonsense get into your spirit. All of that evil. And who is he? And he just, and what is he kind of out the blue just gonna tell me? And this man right here is my father. And and it turns out that man right there was a father. And people point out the obvious. Well, what you boo-hooing about being in foster care and it was horrible? Where was this guy that you protecting that's on your side? Why ain't y'all questioning him? Like, hold up, where the fuck were you then? And you the real dad. All right, so the next one, again, I was on a show with them guys that do that crazy white boy shit, and don't get into that nonsense. Oh, that's racist. I bet if I say that crazy black boy shit, why would you say it like that if you were white? See, that's all the shit. It wasn't a thing in the past. And I mean the recent past, in my lifetime. I'm not so old that I'm talking about way back in the 60s. I didn't see the 60s. But way back in the distant 1990s, it wasn't. We used to get along and sang Kumbaya, and you know what I'm saying. Literally, nobody gave a fuck. Dudes, black dude, white dude, not like that, not that serious. The rest of us who was trying to make money, whether whatever, college or whatever, the military, whatever you was trying to do. You didn't have time for that. It's time to have fun. You can have fun. It's Friday night. Shit, got off. Shit, you didn't give a fuck about all this. Anyway, but he's one of the ones. I think he's a biologist or animal. He actually is not just some dude picking up a camera doing stupid shit. He's doing stupid shit, but I'm guessing he has training or whatever. But and I don't know if you ever had a real show like Bear, that guy that was a fraud at first on Discovery, and they showed he was staying in hotels, but he was supposed to be in some remote location, and literally, it was like if he was in them woods right there, because they would go to the same spot, and they'd have it, and all you would see is trees, and then they just pan, and you see roads and all this. Like this nigga wasn't nowhere near. And they bust him out like that. But this one, he just does. He gets stung, by bullet ants or whatever. And so, all right. So anyway, obviously the jokes are gonna pop up in the comment section. And it's another one he had. It's a new one. He getting stung by something else again. So you scroll down, and inevitably you see the comment from it's not even cliche because it's funny. It was a funny joke. They say his name, hey, Coyote, yada, yada. But it's totally fake. They made it up. Hey, I'm Coyote, and I'm finna be eaten alive by a shark. It's funny. You're reading the comment, but it's actually funny. I guess, who knows? Maybe he wrote it himself. I don't think that's fake. It's just funny as fuck. He said, and I'm, gonna be eaten alive by a shark. while wearing this and that, and while wearing it, and I'm gonna tell you how it feels. And, you got comments. And then I promise you, and I tell you, this is the same thing. I don't know why they don't just. You're like, how does that equate to right and wrong? Because it's just a joke about doing dumb shit. And even though they give you the warning that these guys are trained professional, it's just all that. Even though the joke didn't say nothing about telling somebody else not to do it, but even a kid, because like I said, when we were kids, you knew not to play with fire ants and all this and that. All right, so then two people wrote, attack that guy. Why would you? And it didn't make sense. Instead of, if you don't like the joke, you could even say that, that shit wasn't funny. But instead, why would you think of that? And it's like, because it's a joke. And it was funny. And it was an accurate joke. It was spot on, as they would say. The joke was spot on. So, because the whole thing of the joke is that you're not going to, it's not a sting. Even though the bug might be the most poisonous on earth. This so-and-so wasp, the red wasp. I just made that up. And it might actually, with one sting, kill you. And he probably has anti-venom with him, all types of precautions. But the joke is, there's no precautions against getting eaten alive by a shark. That was the joke. White great that shark. Just for your entertainment, and knowledge, and you learn stuff. You do learn stuff. It's hilarious. People because people, especially on that channel, you gravitate, you're learning stuff. Even as an adult, you learn it, and it's funny. But we're adults, so you think it's hilarious that this dude, it is like, the joke was that this dude wrote was, in the comments, it was, you're going to, hi, okay, I'm going to, cover myself in blood and joke and be eaten by, and tell you how painful give you a pain rating of how the most painful is. Why would you think it? And no, I don't think that person was joking that wrote, why would you think it is? These people are sick. Then another one chimed in, did it bother you? It's almost like they're sticking up for the dude in the video. And I'm pretty sure that dude is just like any other dude. He probably thought it was fun. And like I said, he might have wrote it because he knows what people are saying. That's not a diss to him. He knows what he's doing. And I don't just mean professionally making those videos. And he's probably studied anti-venom. Hell, probably is helping develop some. And not just because of his own blood, he's built an immunity. He might have studied that shit. Toxicity, whatever you want to call it, poisons and venom. So he knows but he knows there's going to be jokes about him purposely getting stuck. Because, he'll take a wasp or something, and it's supposed to be the most dangerous, or not dangerous, but painful in the world. And, he'll have it in tweezers and just put it up against his skin. And you'll see it. And you'll see his reaction. It's hilarious. And, it's one of them shows, since it is for kids, because they learn. You can't learn. He's not cussing. He's not one of them, he's not cussing. So, he wants to. Like, it's hilarious, right? So he wouldn't be upset. So that's what I'm saying. It's stupid. They don't even realize. Anybody with common sense knows he would be right along with us laughing at that joke. And it's like, what are y'all trying to do? What are y'all trying to accomplish here? You're not going to accomplish what you think you are. Like I said, it's written. It's written. It's written in stone. You're not going to... And I thought that was impossible. I thought they had to be faithful. You really don't even have to be faithful. It's common sense. It's all there. And if you got age, like I got, even a little bit of age, couple of decades, more than a couple, you can see, you've seen in your lifetime. It didn't even have to be with this scam and these gang stalkers, just in your lifetime. And a lot of it was when you was a kid, if you knew right from wrong. But like I said, remember I said, if I'm laughing, I'm not laughing like they think they make horrible, evil, nasty jokes when they think they're doing what we're doing. Remember I said, we're just laughing at you because you did something stupid. And but that's me. No, it's not. Because like I said, normally any sane person, because like I said, if it happened to me, I'm going to laugh too and learn from it. Even if I hurt myself, but you're not seriously hurt. Or even if you break something, but you was doing something stupid. Well, I won't do that shit no more. See what I'm saying? And it's like they don't understand. And the Democrats, they get mad, and these black folks who refuse to open their eyes, they think we're the ones being mean, and they say mean, harmful shit like D.L. Hughley, nasty, stupid shit, nasty shit. Like I said, every time like I said, and I can mean if I'm laughing, you might be in literal mortal danger. And you're like, well, how could you laugh? Sorry, he did. Sorry, not sorry. He did something stupid. And you can't help it. It is not like we're psychopaths like the Joker. It's not that. One, because you might have been in that situation, but you live because you immediately realize, and even though you could have gotten out of it or even got the best of the guy, you back down. That's what I'm saying. And we know that. And that's why I said that's what this false shit, this fake tight pants wearing, fake rap music nowadays. They thought just being stupid and doing dumb shit was being a thug. Just doing the no. That's not what none of that music was about in the 90s or the late 80s. That's why they took it over. Like I said, it's like they're not human. They put all their money in to promote all the fake niggas, the whack shit. And you didn't feel like you backed down as a punk. You didn't feel nothing like a punk. You knew exactly what you did and why you did it. And I think everybody recognized. Damn, they didn't expect you to do that. They thought it was going to be some horrible outcome. But instead, everything goes on. Could have been at a party, the club. Everything goes on. You ain't got to make up and shake hands and kiss and hug. I'm being facetious. Whatever. Be all overly, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry too, bro. No, you ain't got to do all that. It's over. And that's what I'm saying. And they understand that. But then that's where people like me, we might go. Because when you see he's a fucking idiot and you're backing down, not because you're scared, but you realize you're seeing everything all at once. Shit, I'm going to go to prison. And you just back down so you ain't got to fuck this nigga up. But it gets to a point where you have to tell that motherfucker, you say one more thing, and you really right there, you realize this dude ain't gonna stop. I got like 3 seconds to make a decision, and you ain't got time to wait and hesitate. And, you can't. Because that little hesitation, and this fuck nigga done killed you. And you realize he not one of y'all. This is a fucking idiot. This nigga is an idiot. He thinking and usually that doesn't happen. Like I said, even with these fakers, it doesn't happen. You got a few of them, and the only ones I ran into in the last couple of years, and this really only time was recently when they put out more money into the program that this ever happened in my life, and they all were like bums in the first place. And I'm not putting bums down. I don't give a fuck. It was only bums tried to buck up to me, and that's why I hate saying that, like buck up to me like I'm just some super tough guy. No, I mean just to anybody, and I know they don't do it to nobody else. I know you fake as fuck. There's no reason for you to be acting like that. A real nigga don't do that. We're total strangers, literally. But I know you're part of this program, and whatever they told you made your stupid ass hot and mad, and you think I must have found some secret key, and you're a bum and on the street. And yeah, I found some secret key, but it was passed on to me just like it was passed on to you. You let that evil shit into your soul where you don't know right from wrong. That's why you living on the street right now. And they thinking you see me doing stuff and you think, well, we do this. No, we don't do the same thing. You don't have it in you. Like I said, you don't understand the feeling you get. It's Friday. You've been at work all week, and da-da-da. That's it. But all you see is the Friday evening activities. But we all didn't know. You didn't do, and I ain't even talking about the ones who were actually hustling all week. I ain't excusing that, but I'm saying they were getting money. And I'm not excusing it. But the point is, you weren't doing nothing. Nothing. You weren't hustling. You weren't working. You weren't doing none of it. So you don't deserve. And I hate saying deserve. That's another word they tried to flip. But you're not. Sorry, you can't hang out on what? What? How, would you? With what? With what money? You better get out there and hustle. Do something. Get you a room, get you a shower, but they want you to feel that we supposed to feel sorry for you, and it's the white man, and we must have just forgot about y'all. No, bruh, all that shit was given to you from since you was. And now if you didn't have parents that read to you, and it has to be a hell of a lot of shit if you're my age. They didn't even send you to first grade, kindergarten, second grade. You know, it doesn't even matter if they didn't read to you. My generation, you at least got it in kindergarten. Oh, you ain't so you got all these terrific circumstances. Y'all didn't even have a TV to watch Saturday morning cartoon, after school cartoons. You know, GI Joe. You remember now? You know. You know, like I said, they in a middle school bathroom at the end of the show, and Roadblock kicking the door, Duke, and they smoking cigarettes, and Duke just busted in and, hey kids, put out that cigarette, it's bad for you. Well, we didn't know. Now you know. Knowing is half the battle. You know what I'm saying? You had these terrific set of circumstances where you didn't get none of that. You didn't get none of it. Your parents didn't read to you. They didn't, you know, none of that. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. None of that. They ain't read none of that. They didn't have a TV. They didn't send you to school. All of those terrific circumstances. Unless you can prove all that. Now, them kids younger than us, I know what happened. They just phased all that shit out. Even the books, the nursery rhymes. They made up new shit, right? They made up all these new books to tell your kids. You know, look at with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union doing their kids. All of that shit. But you know, like I said, you know, and you know, the this whole thing it's got to be close to coming to an end. You know, y'all can say, well, how could you say Trump knows right? Blah 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 blah. Blah. You're an idiot. It's past the point of explaining. Like I said, start opening up and go back and read all the fairy tales you can. I'm telling you, nobody's gonna explain to you even more. Anymore. You're gonna be wondering. Well, you're gonna know why. That's the thing. Y'all know why. Y'all know why. Y'all say it every time. That's the horrifying shit. Trust me, they will say it to you. You were right, and it's not. That's the horrifying. You didn't want it, and that's what lets you know you got to leave this person alone. And it's because that tells you right there, they still stuck on who was right and who was wrong. And like I said, I couldn't figure it because they were using the word right, and you're like, I wasn't trying to be right. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna last. You can't. What you're doing is not going. You're not gonna last. You can't. It's not like they like to use the word sustainable. It's not sustainable being a pickpocket. You know what I'm saying? You know, a petty thief. That's not sustainable. It's not gonna work. You know, even other criminals, they don't like you because you might steal their shit. You know, you might break in their car. You might break in their house. You know, so you're not gonna make it, bro. So you can't even. That's where, like I said, they got all this fake shit out here. You don't even understand. You know, they gonna be main one gonna put you down, nigga. Shit. They catch you in they shit. Oh shit, what happened? Well, he broke in little Tony car. Shit. Oh, okay, that'll do it. Shit, you know, yeah, that's some stupid shit right there. You know, at the most, you know, they when they and you feel bad, like and it's like they don't get it. I don't want to be, oh, yeah, I'm right. Yeah, pop my collar. Yeah, I knew. I told you. And it's like that. Remember I said in my first video, this is going to be easy. This was 2 years ago, right here. I started making these videos, right? It's going to be, and I couldn't explain why, but I just said they're always going to be wrong. And it's right from wrong. It's just right. And like I said, it's so easy. And I remember I say it in a lot of videos. It's so easy. What are y'all worried about? It's easy to do right. It's easier. It is way fucking easier. I'm telling you, it's easier on your body, your mind, and your soul. It is way fucking easier. You don't have to be smart. You know better. Ain't nobody putting you down. Because like I said, we know right from wrong. So nobody's putting you down. If you're not as smart, you can't, you know, nobody's going to try to rule over you and show out on you. Nobody gives a fuck. Because like I said, it takes too much energy. And at the time when you was young and braggadocious, you know, and I guess they sent him home. He had to come home. No, because I've been out here, I guess, over an hour now. You know, but yeah, it's over, bro. That's why I've been out here so long. It really is over. So yeah, you know, it's just too much energy. And like I said, when you was younger, and especially a male or whatever, and you a peacock, you know, like that's what the real older folks used to say when I was younger. He was younger too. He probably would have been in his 30s or 40s, probably 30s when I was real young. Yeah, strutting around like you know, that's what black women used to say, and it wasn't disrespectful, mean, and nasty and bitter black women, because they grew up, you know, they grew up in the 30s and 40s, you know, so. Yeah, you know, he's strutting around, you know, because he's about 13, 14. He's starting to feel yourself, you know, the high top fades and all that shit. And, you know, the maybe them Kwame suits and the colorful clothes was out. You know, strutting around like a little peacock, you know, showing your stuff. But you don't have time to be trying to show out for other people. That takes too much energy. You trying to do what you do, you know, you still got to do schoolwork. You might have a job. And you know, seriously, you know, and it wasn't about showing off. You just want to look your best, feel your best. You know it. Like I said, they'll tell you, you know, no, they didn't tell you. Oh, they know, you know, you can see it. The pride, the being, and you know, we all know pride comes before a bit. That's not that type of pride. You're not doing it. I'm telling you, you're not doing it to show out. It had to be fancy. Like they literally thought, you know, you know, you thinking you got that's all you thinking about, showing out. What kind of idiot thinks that? Why can't this other person do what he does with his money or her money? That's their money, or the couple, her husband. That's her money. You know, you can't tell them not to buy a nice house and nice car. And like I said, that's why we exposing this shit, so you too can have nice cars and nice things, and not feel so it's inferior. Naturally, scared of everything, scared of white folks. Oh, them white folks, they hunting that down. You know, you too won't be afraid to go out somewhere, maybe out of the city, and put in an application at a job that's 20 miles away in a white folks neighborhood. You know, you won't be afraid to do that. Because ain't nothing going to happen to you. Trust me. But you're going to be making money. That's the only thing. That's the worst that can happen to you. Well, the worst is they don't hire you. And it could be anything. It could be, but I just never got that feeling. Because you'll see black folks working there. You'll know, how the fuck these niggas find out about this job? There'll be niggas in that bitch. You know, just like I said. And it really, them type of niggas that won't even be like, oh shit, they done found out the secret. No. They just word just like the rest of the folks. Are you going to be able to hack it? That's all they'll tell you. Actually, they'll explain. This is a hard job, man. You know, yada yada. We doing 8-inch pipes to 30-inch pipes. Yada yada yada. Can you make it? Matter of fact, you tell us they'll take you. They might even take you and show you through the plant, the foundry, or whatever. There ain't no white supremacists. They ain't gonna take you in there and throw you into the furnace with the molten lead or whatever they make the pipes out of. You know, whatever. I'm just saying. No, they gonna either hire you or not hire you.